2014 Aston Martin Rapide S is possibly the best four-door in the world. It doesn't quite top the charts in many individual aspects, but as is so often the case with sports cars, the whole is greater than the sum of its 0 to 60 mph times and horsepower figures.
Nelson Iverson here for Motor Authority with the 2014 Aston Martin Rapide S. It completely replaces the previously sold Rapide for the new model year, and you might wonder why. It does, after all, look rather similar.
Updates for the 2014 model year are primarily aesthetic, though there are some minor mechanical changes under the skin as well.
The front end sees most of the changes for the 2014 Rapide S. The hood has a new shape thanks to the engine sitting lower. The front end gets a few other little visual tweaks. It's nothing major, but it's enough to set it apart for those in the know.
Style, luxury, refinement, and capability. Few brands balance these often competing interests as well as Aston Martin, and even fewer make four doors that rival this beautiful machine. In fact, if you're the type of person that can't find something pretty close to supreme enjoyment piloting the Rapide S along a twisty road, we probably can't be friends. A 6.0-liter V12 engine sits under the hood, generating a stout 550 horsepower. The engine drives the rear wheels through a paddle-shiftable automatic gearbox and is capable of speeding the Rapide S to as much as 190 miles per hour. All of that power also helps to move the 4,400-pound bulk of the Rapide S, though it's the suspension that makes the four-doored Aston feel so lithe in the corners. Bilstein adaptive damping and a healthy dose of British sensibility yield a near-perfect combination of handling and ride quality. After all, this isn't a race-bred, fire-breathing, vertebrae-compacting demon. It's a car that benefits from all of those lessons but filters them through finishing school and a few decades in high society. It's large and it's a bit heavy, but it's surprisingly light on its feet. Steering feel isn't a primary reward of driving the Rapide S, but it's there if muted. The brake pedal is almost annoyingly long and soft at all times, making pedal modulation difficult in sporty driving, but smoothing out low-speed parking lot maneuvers.
Inside the Rapide, it's still very much the same situation, however. It's four doors, and they're a beautiful set of four doors, but it's still a fairly tight cockpit, despite the car's 84-inch width.
Sure, the backseat is tight, and the $199,950 plus price tag equates to a mortgage on a nice house in some parts of the country, but those are, ultimately, irrelevant facts. Those lucky enough to be able to buy a Rapide S will not care. Why? Just look at it. The curves, the angles, those muscular haunches. The Rapide S experience is visceral even before you touch the car. It exudes automotive pheromones, quickening the pulse and dilating the pupils. It's a sports car with four doors, and it's an Aston.